show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. Time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to hang out with you. We got a heck of a crew with us tonight. First of all, surrounded. She's surrounded. Where's she at? There she is.
Say hi.
Katie Dudas is with us, the Dudders. And you have some friends with you this evening.
Yes, I do. Who are you?
Charlotte Dudas.
And who are you?
Alexandra.
These are your Animal Crossing friends we hear about all the time, aren't they?
Uh-huh. Yep, these are my niece and my nephew, Mountain State College.
Excellent.
We're on baby watch.
There you go.
3.
What's that?
We're on baby watch for number 3, huh?
Yes, right. That's awesome. So you guys are going to be joining us here for the awesome thing of the week, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
They're part of it.
Awesome. Also back with us from the iPhoneography podcast, it is Dave Potter.
Hey, Sorg.
Hey.
Nothing exciting on this end.
No,
Sorry.
No, probably just a random cat here and there. I'm sure we'll come across us eventually, right?
Exactly.
But anyways, this is episode 621. I'm going to actually fix that in the corner. I knew when I was going to put this number in the corner, I was going to forget what episode it was going into it, and now we have that. Episode 621 of the AwesomeCast. You can check out everything at awesomecast.com. Email us at awesomecast@sorgatronmedia.com. Tweet us AwesomeCast on the Twitters, and of course, we have a Discord and a Reddit for the show if you want to participate in that, linked over on the awesomecast.com podcast page. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever fine podcasts are sold, and also we are live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time on the AwesomeCast Facebook, YouTube, and the Sorgatron Media Twitch if you want to join us live. And shout out to our audio partners at postindustrial.com. And a big shout out to our Patreon supporters, patreon.com/awesomecast. If you want to be a part of that, some of our conversations are included over there for Patreon people only, including our executive producer, Brian Crawford. All right, at the Coffee Club level, our friends Matt Weller, Cynthia Klosky, and Mike Pound. And at the fan of the show level, Michael Fedor, Professor Buzzkill, and Dave Potter. Thank you, everybody that does support the show. And you guys can support the show, too, at patreon.com/awesomecast. So let's get into the awesomeness. Katie, what's your awesome thing of the week with your friends over there?
So while I've been out here, I've rediscovered a game that I really enjoy, and it's Super Smash Brothers, Ultimate Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you mind, what do you guys think of this game?
It's like the best game ever.
What do you think, Bub?
Good.
Do you like it because it has all the characters,
Yeah.
including Mario?
Mario?
So today, Alexander unlocked all the characters, so we can beat everyone. So we've been playing several hours of this since I've been out here.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Good to hear.
So yeah, you want to say anything else about the game?
It has Mario.
That's the most important thing.
It has Mario, yes.
What's your favorite part, Star?
That you get to save all the characters that have been taken by Clem, and you get to fight and you get to play with your friends.
Awesome.
Doing a lot of battling.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
So it's been a lot of fun to rediscover a game I haven't played in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And really fun that they're into it too. So definitely, and it's we've played a lot of hours on this game. I was surprised that they were interested this long, but I think the different characters definitely makes a difference for them.
So have your friends seen the trailer for the new Mario movie?
Yeah, Bob, did you see? You want to talk about the new trailer, Mario movie?
I know it.
What do you think?
It's I'm really excited. I really want it to be out really soon, but it's in 2023, so I have to wait so long.
Oh, yeah, it'll be here before you know it, I'm sure. So, excellent. Awesome.
We're a Nintendo family.
That's That's awesome. Cool. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to say?
Anything else you want to add? But yeah, you can say thanks for letting me be on AwesomeCast.
Thanks for letting me on AwesomeCast.
That's great. Yeah, Smash Brothers really is kind of. I mean everybody can get into that, right? So do you guys have like the regular, like the old game controller kind of things for that?
We do. So they do. We have 2 wireless, 1 wired, and they're kind of just like the class. Not the classic, but you know the
GameCube style or the old like Nintendo style.
She's a Pikachu one. That's what she's telling me. She's like, Jimmy, you look at it. But it's the ones for the Switch. So they're like a little bit fancier. We got a Mario one, we got a Pikachu one, and we got
nice, awesome.
Well,
thank you for joining us.
They're getting all sorts of shy, but yeah. So definitely, if you haven't played Super Smash Brothers in a while, you should probably pull it out again because it is just so much fun.
Excellent. I think
I'm 100% a button smasher. Button masher.
I've been getting my kicks playing the Multiverses game, the Warner Brothers one that they put out with like Batman and everything, and you know, Wonder Woman and everything. Although I don't pay for it, so it's whoever's like they give me this week. So it's great when it's like I don't know who this character is, but I guess I'll play this. But because it's like, you know, all Warner Brothers, and I don't know all the cartoons. But I'm excited when it's like Gizmo from Gremlins is on it. So awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, guys.
Say thanks. Say bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Well, so my awesome thing of the week is I needed a new toothbrush, and I made the mistake of going to Target. So I ended up with one of these guys. This is I've never heard of this before. I found it on the display next to the cheap toothbrushes. This was definitely not a cheap tooth. This is a Bluetooth toothbrush because of course I'm going to pick the one with Bluetooth and an app to see what that's going to be like. Also I'm terrible with my dental hygiene habits. So this is me course correcting. Kids, make sure you're brushing your teeth so you don't end up like me 30 years later with dental problems. But anyways, no, it's the Quip. It's a smart electric toothbrush. It Bluetooths to my phone, and I was actually able to pull it up here for the iPad to show. And so it does buzz. It has a timer for 2 minutes. It kind of gives you a little stop and start to switch from bottom teeth to top teeth and things like that. But it's a very it's a hold on a second. I need to get past all this stuff. It's trying to pair me to my toothbrush apparently. So but it's got this app situation going on, and you pair it to it. It's gonna let you know like your timing, so you know how much you spent on each row of teeth and how long you brushed your teeth. And then there's things on there for actually like, did you floss, did you mouthwash, you know, things like that. And it actually lets you get points. And the points give you percentages off for other products from Quip, and also a $5 Target or Walmart gift card is one of the options. So it was pretty wild that so now I'm like earning points by brushing my teeth twice a day. So like that was pretty cool. I'm trying to get here we go. I finally got to come up on my phone here. So there you go. I got 180 points, and I don't think it's synced yet because I didn't have my phone on in the app next to my toothbrush, so you don't see that. I swear I brushed today. It's got the streak situation. It's got stats for it. I've been curious if this actually like goes into the health app, and this was interesting. There's apparently telehealth for your teeth. If you have dental problems. So, and then like the point system and everything like that. Of course, they're already bugging me to I'm already on the email list for all their holiday sales and everything like that. It's telling you there you go. There's your activity. I've literally had this a day. So like you can see that, you know, I brushed at like 11 a.m. and then like 2 a.m. when I went to bed. But it refreshes your bristles will refresh automatically every 3 months for $5. So I guess in the long run, it probably is going to work out timing wise. So I didn't know I needed a Bluetooth toothbrush or that they existed. I don't know if there's been many of these. If anybody's tried any of these out over the years, this is the first that I've seen in the market, although I can't say that I was terribly looking for one of these. But it's Quip QUIP. I've never heard of it before. I have no idea how long it's been around. And the cases are kind of unmissable. We also got a water pick, but I don't think that is. They do have several electric toothbrushes that are not like Bluetooth compatible and everything like that. They're much cheaper, of course. The water pick I don't believe was compatible or anything like that. So but there you go. I will say when we pulled it out of the case, it comes in a giant tube that I'm just gonna say, because there's children here, it's suggestive, and leave it at that. So there's a child looking at me on the screen over here, so I have to watch what I say. So yeah, it was kind of an interesting experiment there. So maybe I'll have a smart toothbrush. I'll have a dental hygiene update here in a few weeks, maybe. So but either way, it's going to give me better habits when it comes to that, because I'm definitely haven't been 100% with a lot of that kind of stuff. So but anyway, does
it let you know when you're pressing too hard? Because that's like one of the things that mine's missing. Like if I'm pressing too hard while I'm brushing.
Not that I'm aware. Like it hasn't really given me tips other than, are you doing this twice a day, right? So but I don't know, maybe it's like, maybe that's an upgrade down the line. Maybe after a while I'd be like, hey, you're doing this too long. Kind of like after you wear an Apple Watch for a month and it was like, hey, your cardio isn't great. So that kind of thing is going to take a little bit for it to kind of see your habits, I guess. So it didn't really explain it. Maybe I didn't read the directions. But maybe it's something, if I read that, it would talk a little bit about the process and stuff. But I just expect everything would be in the app, right? So Potter, have you messed with any?
I haven't messed with it, but I have heard of Quip. Mm-hmm. Just because I know that, and I forget which podcast, they do sponsor occasional podcast.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. I fell in the podcast product hole by accident.
You did.
Oh,
you
no.
Did,
yeah. Maybe they're new to Target.
It could be, yeah. It could be they went from Harry's Razors went from online only. Now you can get them at Target and
dollar shape gloves at Walmart. Yeah. And if you get the ones from Walmart, they're not compatible. Right? We picked a couple up because we were on the road and ran out of refills, and they weren't the same thing. And you look online and it's not compatible. It's like, well, then what's the point of this? So
yeah, I mean,
it's
the
weird.
Harry's is.
Okay.
The Harry's is. I know that. So, but yeah, no, I've heard of this because of on the podcast. Like I said, I forget which one it is. I listen to a lot of podcasts. But I have heard about it and how wonderful it is, and how you start using this, you won't want to go back to manual brushing. And the thing I can't get around is, like you said, this is not a cheap toothbrush.
No, it was not a cheap toothbrush. I did not intend to spend this much money at Target the other day.
Yeah. The last toothbrush we got, now it was a name brand. It was, I think, Colgate toothbrush. So they go off to somebody at a dollar store. Mm-hmm. So we got like 2 toothbrushes for $1.25.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is about like 40 toothbrushes. So. But again, like, hopefully it lasts.
It may be better though.
Yeah, it lasts longer. It's only going to be $5 refills. It's got the extra added bonuses, and when I get 4,000 points, I'm going to get a $5 gift card to Target. So I can go and get a DVD or something. I don't know. What did we buy at Target anymore? More shampoo? I don't know. It's not like I won't be at Target or Walmart anytime soon. So
very true.
So why not? Yeah. So, Potter, what is your awesome thing of the week?
Sure. This is actually a follow-up to earlier awesome things I've had from earlier weeks, because this thing's been going on for a while. Mm-hmm. But by the time we get the next show happens, on December 11th, we will have splashdown of the Artemis 1 mission. So it is now on its way back from the moon. So it did its various flybys, And again, it looks fake. The photos look fake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like,
They look unreal.
yeah, they look like CGI. It's like, no, we really did send something. And ignoring people who deny the fact, yes, we really did send something around the moon again, and it is coming home, if you will, and this is all the every little bit of space flight's tricky, but the reentry point, you get some additional pain points that could happen, such as when it gets near the atmosphere, you gotta make sure you're at the right angle. Because if you're too steep, you burn up. If you're too shallow, literally you bounce off like a stone. So you got to get the right angle. And when it actually goes into the atmosphere, the heating actually causes radio blackout. So you kind of go in the right direction, you have it pointed there, and then you have no communication for I think it's like around a minute or so. You have no communication, no telemetry, and then you just wait to have it pop out the other side so you see what happened to it. So admittedly, it's not as unnerving because there's no human beings in it. So that makes it, it's like, oh, if it burns up, it's bad, but it's not losing people bad. But this will be a old-fashioned splashdown, like the Apollo days. So it will go somewhere in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of California, I believe. There will be Navy ships around where it can go out and just like from, if you ever saw Apollo 13 movie or old historical things from the Apollo days where ships went out and they picked it up off the crane and put it on the ship. That's how they're going to recover this. There's a couple of I guess we call them mannequins. I think there's a better term now, not so gendered term than mannequins. But there are test dummies, if you will, on it. Cat. And so we can see the forces and the G-forces similar to kind of Mythbusters. If you remember Buster from Mythbusters,
Yes.
Where literally it's like, hey, something's going to happen. Would he die? That's why they have the test dummies up there. Hey, we're going to pull it out. Let's see the forces in real time. Are there too many forces? Is there too much radiation? Was the temperature too much? They're doing all kind of tests to get all this data, which they didn't keep from last time. And assuming everything looks good, and so far everything has been amazingly well. I mean, it is overperforming what they want to do. So I think it's next year and a half will be the next launch, assuming everything goes good with that. That will be a crewed launch that will go around the moon. And then in 2025 is the next landing on the moon.
Nice.
So, yeah, and it's going to be, again, the design of this will be longer term sustainable moon missions, not just throwing 3 people up there for a couple of days and bringing them back, but building a space station around the moon. So the idea is that you launch people from Earth orbit to moon orbit, and then they can just take shuttles up and down to the moon and the moon station. So you don't have to lift everything off of Earth, carry everything with you, make it much more sustainable. But it takes longer to do that, which they weren't in the 60s. They weren't interested in, hey, this may take an extra 5 years. Well, Kennedy said at the end of the decade, we don't have an extra 5 years. Now there's no hard, fast deadline that someone's pushing to get done. It just get it done right. And really the only pressure I think NASA has for a moon mission is make sure China doesn't get there first.
Right. And there's been a lot of, I know there's been a lot of, wrong. Sorry. Oh. I reconfigured my my thing when I hooked it back up from the parade this weekend. So you're gonna see the dock by accident a lot. There was a lot of I was hearing about like other missions, other probes that are going up on SpaceX rockets and things like that. I actually started subscribing to This Week in Space podcast after this recently. They had they had Q on I forget his real name. From Star Trek, and so that was like, oh, hey, they're talking about all this stuff. I think this would be cool to listen to. And a rare audio only show from Twit, by the way. But they're talking about that. They're talking about some other things that they're working on. Some SpaceX, not SpaceX. What was the the competition?
Blue Origin?
Not the no. The competition they had a few years ago. But
ULA?
No.
United Launch Alliance?
No, not that one. You know all of them. I know. Either way, they're talking about stuff like going up there and be able to potentially 3D print like the domiciles and things like that. It's not going to be these giant domes that we expect we would initially think the biodome. It's not going to look like that. It's it's going to be this other kind of process up there. And we've talked about before about they're looking for water so they can create more of the resources up there. So that, again, we're not shipping all this stuff, because that's been the thing is we didn't have processes for creating this stuff and mining for things that we can build things on the moon. We have to bring it all up here. It's just so much. I'm hearing so many conversations. They're getting stirred up again about this, and what if we manufacture drugs in space because it's like more amenable of an environment or something like that. Like those kinds of ideas. So like those are the kind of things that are being thought of, could come down the pike, and it's really exciting right now, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think their nice thing is that they're actually, again, not only sustainable, but not as we're going to get this done. What's next? We don't know. We're going to get this done. It's okay. This is the first step, because we can get to the moon in 3 days. Mm-hmm. So if something happens, it's a lot easily reachable versus Mars, where you got a 6-month plus mission to get there, or the asteroid belt, where, if what we learned for the moon and the observation that we can put on the far side of the moon, which is completely, shielded from all the Earth radio and light pollution, since the far side, the observation, telescopes and various other things you put on our side. But hey, there's this asteroid out there that may have this rare Earth element or really hard to find Earth element, but it's on an asteroid. We can send something out there, easily dig it up, and then all of a sudden we got a whole bunch.
I have singular in your discussion that you just had. I in the same function thought about the a storyline that just happened on Avenue 5. If you're not familiar, it's a comedy in space that's on HBO Max right now. They're in their second season, and they just kind of went over this asteroid situation. And also, I think about the beginning of Doom. The video game, because I can't remember if they're on space or on Mars, or on the moon or on Mars. I think they're on Mars, but still, I feel like some of the renditions, like the movies or something, they're on but it's still like that, like this remote like outpost thing, and this is where we find the portal to hell. But anyways, no, it's a very, very exciting time, and I think we're going to see some. I think we're actually going to see some cool stuff in our lifetime here, coming up here. So that's really, really exciting to see. Yeah. So, well, what they don't have on the far side of the moon yet, I don't know. The way they're expanding, maybe we will have a Slice on Broadway up there. 5 locations in the Pittsburgh area, New York City style. Yinzer made our good friends at Slice on Broadway, supporting the show for about a decade now. Thank you so much to those guys for supporting the show. So SliceOnBroadway.com, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Okay, Katie, you got a less than awesome thing going on. Is the AI taking over? What's happening here?
So you probably have noticed it's all over the place at this point, where you can't scroll through Facebook or Instagram without seeing one of your friends posting one of these pictures using Lensa AI, where they look like. They're worked in like up to an artwork, they're like some sort of, this is how I would look in this particular time period, or this is how I would look as this type of blah blah blah, or whatever, medieval, pick whatever you'd like. But like it's all over our feeds right now.
Is this what Riz used to get stuff like this going on? Yeah. Okay, because I wanted to ask him what that was about. So that's Lensa AI.
Yes, it's Lensa AI.
Okay.
And it's something you pay for. Prisma Labs makes it. And so like it's everywhere at this point, but there's you know how you see something and you're like, this is problematic, but I haven't figured, not personally, but like there's something problematic about this because this is just like, this is too good to be true. And it kind of is. It's not one of these situations where someone's like, well, now they're stealing your face. I mean, how often we hear that with apps? They're stealing your information, stealing your face, and they're going to use it over Russia or where China, whatever. This is more of causing issues because it's stealing copyrighted material. The artworks that you're essentially worked into or photoshopped into, for a easier term, as are people's actually like, artists have created these.
Mm-hmm.
And so the AI is searching everywhere. So it's not, there's nothing off limits to what it's creating. So it is stealing folks, artists' work. Some of it's been copyrighted, and which is awful because it's hard. You know, artists have a hard enough time at this point creating their own works and putting it out there and selling it, making a living. And now we have AI just like, let me just throw some stuff together, and we're paying money for that. There is also the issue of my head is pulled up. There it is. Dungeons and Dragons artist Greg Rudkowski is very popular. His artwork's very popular, but the Lensa AI is pulling a lot of his artwork to create these designs and to generate these images. But the thing is like, he's afraid that his images that he's created are just lost in the sea of AI now, because you're just going to see all of this stuff. It looks the same. And you're like, this is similar, but I think it's the AI created it, when it's like there's an artist behind it. And then the third thing that's kind of a big deal that I just recently found out about is it's not too hard to trick the AI into creating not safe for work images. And something that's kind of coming into that is, you know, whether or not you do this on purpose, you are creating non-consensual pornography, because all you need is somebody's photo.
Mm-hmm.
And you can trick it into making something they never actually wanted to be a part of. And the company, that was one of the things they were working on recently, because like TechCrunch for one was like, hey, you know, you can't do this. And so the AI is making porn essentially.
I think
it's wild.
The term porn generator did come up on a podcast the other day. I can't believe some of these are AI generated. These are crazy. Wow. And this is just with a photo?
Yeah, they take a photo and the AI just goes boop, and it's, like I said, for lack of a better term, photoshops it into an artwork in the style. Mm-hmm. So very problematic.
yeah, that's a problem. Geez, are we gonna? So I mean, obviously the conversation's happening these days about these kinds of services. You know, and you know what, you know, basically what, because like what was fed into the AI, right? Like what was the basis? I remember, Katie, we were having that conversation about like you can buy these AI packs for auto drive, which I'm wearing the shirt now. And they said that there was like, weren't there a bunch of like gifts or something in there? And go ahead.
The deer.
Mm-hmm.
They were having a problem because they were trying to get the vehicles to recognize what a deer looks like. And the imagery coming up of deer were cartoon deers, were like the ones on the signs. They weren't actual photos of deer.
Basically, they got a bunch of bad data in the set that they bought, and it was just like a lot of just goofy pictures that really really kind of threw off the AI, I guess, in the long run, right? So you know, so if it's got a bunch of stuff that's like, okay, we didn't vet that this didn't come from, hey, we just dumped everything from Google we could find, and Google's not gonna, you know, flag stuff for you know, copyrights or anything like that, you know, right off the bat. So it's you know, is what it is, unfortunately. So but then if that crops up in somebody's picture and the New York Times uses it, now we have a copyright issue and probably a lawsuit on our hands. So so this is actually an app, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm poking through on some of these ads here. So you just upload your picture, and what does it cost to do this?
It was, I believe it's like so much. Did you find it quickly?
Yeah.
Because
I'm installing it now to investigate. I gotta put my password in.
No, it's a little further down on the page. It is at least let me make sure I have the iPhone. Yeah, it says at the bottom, there we go. A 1-pack is $3.99 for magic avatars, which I don't understand that, or unlimited access for, I guess it depends. This isn't great how it has it here, but yeah, it looks like there's different packs you can buy, but like unlimited access is like $30 to $50.
Wow. What the heck? Wait.
But
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, but it looks like you can do a free trial,
Mm-hmm.
which I imagine what everyone's doing. They're doing a free trial to see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, because Lensa is something that's used for photo editing. Like, just I wanted to make myself look more awake, or facial retouching, and then this is just like where they kind of took off to like, oh, this is a cool thing to do. We could have people do this, and
we're getting this, like Photoshop is applying AI to it as well, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I mean, so this looks like it was just kind of like an add-on thing for that. So it's just kind of like, where did it get from? This is taking a while to load on my phone, by the way. That's kind of interesting, and I have a 13 Max Plus, so if it had taken a while to load on this, I don't know what we're doing. So I'm curious about this. Not sure. I'll do the free trial, then $50 a year. 1 week free trial. Okay, we gotta remember to cancel that guy. So let's see what the process looks like here. Why not? Hold on, I'm signing up. Hold on, I'm using my face. Yeah,
it's 130 megabytes.
Oh,
So
jeez.
it's
that's why it took a while. Oh,
Yeah.
now I do see the same company put out the app Prisma,
Mhm.
which I did download years ago, that you could make it like you just take a photo and it makes it into art, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
It basically filters, but different filters on it. And the thing I did not like about Prisma, like I said, Prisma's been around since 2016, is it took a while. So you would click on it and then wait, like, admittedly, we're all spoiled today, but it would take 3-4 seconds to put basically a filter on an image.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to try a few images, all of a sudden it's kind of tedious after a while.
So it's having me go through and pick 10 to 20 selfies. Thankfully, you can do a pretty quick search in.
Okay, so you can just look.
You can do a pretty good. So I imagine I shouldn't have other here. Let's do the frowny one there. So we're just gonna pick a bunch of these. We're throwing a couple of the dog in there while we're at it too. No, that's probably not good. I'm wearing like hats and headsets and things like that. I don't know if these are going to be very good in the long run.
No, they're a couple of walking ones.
Yeah,
there.
like I'm just like sideways looking at the camera all the time. Apparently, here we'll put this one. This one where I'm looking at with the mug and everything. It's just a little bit of everything. Let's see, we got about 16 of them there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that should be good. Wow, my selfies are looking. I have a lot of selfies going on. So we're importing those photos, and that might take a second, and we'll see what that looks like. So this is the rest of the show, is us just playing with this app apparently and violating somebody's art, I guess. We're live, pal. What is my gender? Okay, so what was my gender? How many avatars do I want? It still wants me. Why is it paid? Wait a minute. You've got 50. So wait a minute. If you're a subscriber, you still have to pay.
Ooh.
Let's do 50 unique avatars.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it for
the avatars. Yeah,
All
I
right,
think the avatars are additional cost.
Yeah, they're $7.99 for a 10-pack.
We're going to do $3.99. I got a deal since my purchase was successful. Let's see how this goes. And this is for science in the show, right? Oh, it's not updating. So I got 20 minutes. Until these are done. Because
by the end of the show.
By the end of the show, they're processing. I mean, it's AI, right? So we got 18 minutes. So we're going to do the rest of the show, and by the time we're done, it actually works out perfectly. So by the time we're done with the show, we're going to see what this looks like. So, okay. Okay, let me see if it loads up on the iPad here. No, it's still an iPhone app. Okay, so we're gonna see what that looks like.
Yeah.
So that's processing. I mean, it's actually currently. Is it still uploading? No, it's creating now. You'll get 50 images generated for you. Feel free to close the app. Okay, we're just gonna leave that over there. All right, let's look at something else while we're doing that. It's $4. It's for science. I guess it's technically a write-off. I don't know at this point.
Don't take tax advice from a technology podcast.
Definitely don't take tax advice from me. I'm the worst tax person. Hey, here's some good news. Here's some good news. Remember when when the iPhone was unveiled, we had this crazy commercial about like all the things where the iPhone has saved people, right? Like it saved people in these like really horrible situations, car crashes, things like that, right? I should probably pull the chat back up because I'm sure it's crazy. So we're just talking about Harry's razors. So according Mac Rumors has a story about the iPhone 14 emergency SOS via satellite feature, which just rolled out recently, saves a stranded man in Alaska. According to Mac Rumors, in the early hours of the morning of December 1st, Alaska state troopers received an alert that a man traveling by it's
the technical term for snowmobile.
Snowmobile, thank you.
That's not what I was picturing in my head, though.
What were you picturing?
Like the snow machines, like at Seven Springs and stuff. That makes sense. He was just like, woo! Right on the back.
Projectiling out of it or something, right?
Yeah, like a little rocket. Okay, sorry.
He's traveling from Norfolk to Coach. Oh, I'm not saying those. He was up there. Okay, he was up there. The man was in a cold, remote location with no connectivity, and he activated the emergency SOS via satellite feature on his iPhone 14 to alert authorities to his predicament. The man was rescued successfully, and there were no injuries. The area where he was located is remote and on the fringes of where satellite connectivity is available. That's how far out there he was. I mean, I guess like the poles we probably don't cover good, right? Apple says that the satellite connectivity might not work in places above 62 degrees latitude, such as the northern parts of Canada and Alaska, and this area was close to 69 degrees latitude. So you mentioned Artemis above expectations. So is the iPhone satellite feature. This is their next commercial.
Oh, yeah,
right off the bat. You're going to dramatize this and play it at the Super Bowl. Right?
Or even, or better yet, have the guy on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, I could be wrong, I think everyone in those ads everyone in those situations that play right at the beginning of the Apple event, those are real people, and that's what really happened to them.
You know, they ran that commercial like on football and stuff too, right? Like I remember seeing it pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean this writes it for them. Like this is fantastic press for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's this stuff works. I'm looking at my health app trying to figure out why my blood oxygen level is so low and what I need to do about that. Like the stuff like this stuff works. This stuff is helping people. And that's tremendous. You know, I mean, we paid a pretty big price to do that, but still like it's as advertised. It's great. It's great for that kind of stuff. I'm not looking. I mean, next time Katie goes out on one of her hikes, I mean, it might be nice if she's upgraded by then, right? So, I mean,
find me.
Yeah, you're really. I mean, you got to be looking forward to this for the next time you go out there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
and I know that you can use it for non-emergencies too.
Oh, really? I thought it was like all emergency only.
I think you can have it set if you're going out like where Katie was to say, just to see if you're still moving.
Okay, just like so. Find My or will work.
Exactly.
Correct?
Yeah.
I think it does. It does tie to Find My, doesn't it? I thought I saw that as part of the feature. It's a bit.
So no beeping air tags.
Oh, that reminds me. We have to return your camera because it keeps letting me know it's here. So
good.
But
Keeping you
yeah, exactly. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's not an inconsequential process. I mean, when you activate it, all you can send is like your location and like a like message for the most part. Hi, I need help. This is where I am, right? And it's like probably your latitude and longitude, and that goes to an emergency service, and they because they talked about like the data that they can send is so low, you can't send a big text message. I'm here under this rock and here and here. You just, I think you select, I'm in this kind of emergency, and here's my location, and as little, so they just send the bits, and then that translates into a message on the other end for emergency services. So it's really smart how they did that. So they're not, because it's not. It is. I don't know what the bandwidth is, but it feels like it is sub SMS from the looks of things.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And honestly, because if you look at satellite phones, even current, not the old current satellite phones, they're mammoth. And the antenna that comes out is this giant stick that sticks up. It looks like an old cell phone from the 80s. Because to get a audio signal, you need a massive radio in there. And the iPhone 14, if you look at it, it's small. There's not a giant bump or anything else that enables the satellite. So they had to put it inside the same case that that a normal cell phone would have.
Steve's in the chat room saying that he's seen the Ultra and how huge it is. Yeah, I've seen people wear it on video, and it looks ginormous. But I don't believe it has. It's got GPS obviously, but I don't believe it has. Does it have the satellite SOS as well? I didn't think it did.
I don't think it has that, but it does have additional GPS. So you have the normal GPS, which is on the watch, like the normal Apple Watch, but you have the higher quality, so it has a dual GPS that's on the on the Ultra. So that gives you, your location is not just I'm somewhere in this, couple acre, couple meter area. You're like you're there. So you get a lot better because if you notice. Yeah, it's the dual frequency there, so you get much better accuracy. Because if you ever mapped yourself, and you get down to details with the normal Apple Watch, you can see like a wiggly little line going down the street, and you're like, I didn't run in a wiggly line. I ran relatively straight there.
This is a good point out. It's showing you going through the city, which is usually a GPS nightmare. A lot of the times. I mean, we're going through New York City and our stuff kept bouncing around a couple weeks ago. But also, and I'm sure, Katie, you've probably experienced this too on all trails, it's not entirely right where you're at on the trail. Sometimes I think the trails are not the trails, but also, but they're really like, this is real suspect. I don't know if this is what they intended. That's a river, that's a swamp. What am I supposed to do here? The line goes straight through it. So.
Yep, I'm like, that's a dam. I can't walk through it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I think it's no, I don't think it has the SOS, but it's got everything else. So, but ideally, you're going to pair. Listen, if you paid this money for this Ultra Watch, you probably also have the new phone, which means you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah, and the one thing with the SOS with the satellite. It isn't. You actually have to point the phone at the satellite.
Yes.
That's why you need.
And it helps you.
Yeah. It says, "Oh no, move this way. Okay, you're pointed." So it's not even a matter of I have the phone in my hand. It's literally hold the phone this way, elevate it this way, left, right, up, down. Good. Now you have a signal. So it's almost like old. It's like satellite TV. Where if you've seen people who have the small satellite dishes on their houses for TV, they had to go up there and they had to point it at the satellite. So you're like, okay, no, move the satellite this way, move it this way. It has to be on this angle. It has to point this way. So the phone kind of directs you. Hopefully you're not so bad that you can't use the point at it, but you're like, okay, I need help. And before I get worse, I'm going to exactly. So it's like, okay, now I'm in good enough shape. I can use my arm and not freeze to death being up in northern Alaska. and point it, go, and I'm good.
Dave, you're talking to the guy. You're talking to the guy that had a rotor for his antenna to get a couple extra stations. Growing up. So,
no, same here.
Yes.
No, same here.
It was like 2 steps away from holding the rabbit ears over top of the TV to get the game and then don't move kind of situation. But
no, we had the same thing. We had the antenna. It wasn't on top of the roof, but it was on a pole outside the house. And if we wanted to watch WTAE on Channel 4, because that was in Wilkinsburg. Versus everyone else who was in their direction, you had to go up. So when the Steelers were on the Monday Night Football back in the days, you had to turn the antenna, and it got the station clear. And you're like, okay, game's over. Go up, turn
Yep.
Oh, it was like, okay, so we can watch everything else good.
And then I hope you're not recording anything on the VCR because it's going to mess with the Also, did anybody else have a train at Christmas that messed the TV up whenever you ran it? So if you were recording like a Christmas special, you're just completely killed the entire thing because of all the interference from the train. It's like, the classic locomotive. I'm sorry. I'm reminiscing right now. Anyways, how are those pictures looking? Are they out yet?
We should be getting close.
It should be getting close. They're still in the oven.
I would say this is almost a throwback.
What?
The amount of time it's taking.
Yeah, it's like downloading. It's like downloading sexy pictures on a 14 modem, right? It's just it's like I'm gonna go warm up a microwave pizza and come back. So.
There's 7 files with all the things that have this image in it, which I'm not saying what was in the image. No, I would never say that. But there are 7 files you have to download individually, then stitch together.
I had to get my Cindy Crawford Pepsi pictures, okay? That's completely what I'm talking about.
I was downloading people's homework to grade. That's what I was doing.
Katie, the kids have left, right?
Yeah, the kids are gone.
Okay. We're on earphones? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, we didn't need to educate them that much.
Well, when I talked about the AI porn, was where I was like, earlier.
That's right. Ooh, 10 of my photos are ready.
Ooh.
Oh, they're ready. Check it in the app. Here we go. Oh boy. 15. Oh, they're coming in hot off the presses, hot off the digital presses. Wait, hold on. I got to make sure this works so we can see these in all their glory. 5 minutes left for the rest of them. Oh, holy crap. Well,
I don't know. That can be taken many ways.
Well, this is called the Mystic Collection. And you got this guy.
Oh,
there you go.
Wow.
All right. There we go. I don't know about that one. I'm not sure about that one either.
Are you sure this isn't for the top rope tabletop?
There's gonna be
D&D collection.
Oh, this is a fancy. We're in a different collection now.
Oh my!
We should describe these for audio. Well, the first ones were fantasy. These are like the more artistic ones. I actually kind of like that one.
It's kind of a color block.
I'm not sure if it actually looks like
there.
me. Well, here, I'm jealous.
No.
I'm jealous because that me has a full beard on that side, and I can't do that. So
they said that's one of the other issues with this AI is like it's been making people look better. Like for fat folks, they're not fat in the pictures. They're coming very like they've got the chin,
that is crazy.
Very nice jawline. Yeah,
that's pretty wild right there. It's got the beard down.
That one looking straight ahead. That's
good. What the heck is happening there? What Halloween crap is this?
Did it change collection?
Oh, no. Whoa! That's if
are you an explorer?
apparently I'm a senator at some world on Star Trek or something.
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah.
Oh, look, this is a distinguished version. Okay.
I got Steve Jobs vibes on that one.
Okay, that one it's starting to get a little weird. What the hell is happening there?
Getting some Jedi look.
See, it's got the like the mustache sticking out kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
It's like you and Ryan Haggerty had a baby.
Whoa. Oh no, here's some future. Here's me as a robot.
Wow.
I guess if I was a member if I was in Tron and that's what I'll look like if I shaved my head. Jeez.
Oh, now that was weird. What did you have coming out of your head?
What? I don't know what's going on my forehead here. Oh no!
Your unicorn.
Oh no!
Apparently, it wants to do something with the left side of your face. That there's
there.
Oh,
yeah, that frazzled look. That's me most of the time. That's actually really kind of works for me. These a lot of these look like video game covers. That's definitely looks like a comic book cover of some sort.
jeez.
Oh jeez. Hold on, I'm saying this to Missy right now. So I'm just gonna, without any explanation.
Oh no.
Just
no,
gonna
no.
put that there. Yeah, these are like movie posters or something. Oh no, I broke it. Oh no, I broke it. Here, we'll get it back. Just this adapters doesn't always work with the phone like this. Yeah, there's some very oh no, this one got weird. Hold on, we'll go here. What is happening with my eyes? What the heck? I really likes those. We already did that. Okay. Wow.
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
Well,
You look like I came back from scounging the great vast desert.
so frowny, but I got my body type right. Jeez. This is I got ears. I'm a furry, guys. Okay, all right. I'm gonna post these. I got an astronaut one. That's our art for this one. I really kind of like these actually. I don't know. I think I got my $4 worth at least. I'm not gonna pay $50 a year for this thing, but because I don't know what more you're gonna do with this. I feel like this is it. You pay your $4, you get a collection, and we're like, well, here you are.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a dumb question though. Can you, without the avatar, can you access everything else? Because it's pushing that it does like skin smoothing and background replacement and just kind of general photo, like a face photo improvement. I don't know if that's included in the description or if that's available.
I don't know,
free.
but I'm poking through, and there's like a thing about making movies on here too.
Ooh.
So what is this about? Highlight the best moments. Let it sync to the beat. Okay. I mean, we've had versions of this. On like TikTok and stuff. I've not really been terribly crazy about the results. So, we'll see what that looks like. But we'll play with that. We'll throw some wrestling clips in here and see what happens. and a little bit of podcast, a little bit of this and that and the other thing, a little bit of that from the other day at the mall, a little bit of the parade the other day, and then we'll just see what happens. Do I have to pay for this too? I don't know. We'll just call it with friends and see what happens. All right, well, we're playing with that. They got my $4 at least out of that. So. Oh geez, you will post those. I'll put a lot of them in. Probably I'll probably put them in Twitter. I'll probably put them over on the Facebook when I get a moment here. And one's probably going to be our title. But anyways, on that note, we should probably wrap things up. And are you guys going to try this thing, Katie? I'd love for you to get try the avatar thing out.
I too much bad.
No, you don't want to contribute to this.
No. Sorry.
That's okay. She takes better. Her Instagram looks a lot better than mine anyway, so you don't need it. I need the pick me up. Katie Dutters, Kate Marie PGH on the tweets.
On the
Instagrams. I'm sorry.
I thought it's Super Mario Monster Truck.
You have toys around.
Yes.
Dave,
yes, it's. So if you're looking for me, I'm in State College for a few more days.
There you go. Well, enjoy your trip up there. Hope everything. Have fun. You're gonna have a new bouncing baby.
Yeah,
I don't know what the baby's gonna be. So.
Well, it's currently Baby Mario.
Okay. All right.
Until she's here.
Oh, jeez. And Dave Potter, Prof Pod on most of the social medias. All the social medias?
Most. The only thing that is different is I'm Prof Pod PGH on TikTok. Everywhere else, even Mastodon, and I'm just throwing my name everywhere. And whether it's going to stick or not, I'm just throwing it out.
There you go. Stake your claim on all the platforms just in case. So, and I'm at Sorgatron everywhere, including I'm over on the twits.social on the Mastodon if you're looking for me. That's where I've been hiding out. It's a nice little community. I feel safe there. And everywhere else. I feel like I signed up for a couple extra social medias this week, but I don't remember what they were. Anyways, so this has been your AwesomeCast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, cats. Thank you, children. Thank you, everybody. I can't believe I paid for these pictures. So we'll be back next week, and we'll be going towards the end of the month. We'll, of course, be having our picks and our predictions for the year. So stay tuned for that and any programming notes from that, because we'll have a pre-recorded episode coming up here for the Christmas break week. We'll be taking 1 week off, I think, this year. So look out for that, and of course stay tuned. And thank you everybody that is supporting us on Patreon, and we'll see you guys next time. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.